Hi, hello, welcome. My name's Randy, and we are getting ready to go on a Disney trip. Now, this is not my pack with me. I'm going to be doing that in my next video. So the next one that will be posted will be my pack with me for a Disney trip. And when I post that, we will be on our Disney trip. So very, very excited. This is just a short, long weekend trip, but that's okay because you know what? Getting to go and enjoy some times in the park and our first time at a resort is just super fun. I only went once when I was 10. I don't really remember it. I'm going to be 32 this year, so it was a long time ago. And we did not stay on property. My son only went last year, obviously, when we went. And then my fiance has been a ton. So he's been to staying on property. He's not stayed on property. He used to live in Florida, has done it all. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. So this isn't my pack with me. This is kind of like the essentials, some of the things that I went out to make sure I had, some things that I think are a definite must when you go to the parks, especially in summertime. So first off, a no-brainer is obviously ears. I'm going to show you guys a full in-depth of the ears I'm bringing, the outfits I'm doing in the next video, but had to include that and bag charms just as a quick that's a must in my opinion to bring. I think the only time you don't bring ears is if you know for sure there's ears you really want to wear and they have them in stock. So that's a definite, but now is kind of more of maybe some things that you might not think about. One, I talked about this before and I did an unboxing of these. These are a mystery bag of pins that I bought off Mercari. No, this one I think was from Etsy. But these are all authentic pins from the parks. Some are even from Shanghai, I believe. So just a huge bag of pins. We have 40, I think, something pins in here. These are great, especially if you have kids. I have one child who loves pin trading. This is great for pin trading. One, you're not spending an arm and a leg to pin trade. I think I spent $25 to $30 on all of these. And a pack of 2 is $25. So great way to pin trade at the park and give back real authentic pins. You're not just trading away fake pins. And there's a lot of pins when we went last time that I didn't see in this bag. So we're not just buying bulk that you see all the time. And there's some older pins, which is nice for other people who are collecting. So it's a courteous too, where you're not just buying a bag off Shein or something like that and it's fake. You are trading authentic pins to get pins that you actually want. I really like that. I recommend that for anyone, especially if you're getting into pin trading, because pens are very expensive. Another thing, which is not necessarily Disney related, good socks. Let me tell you, as you are getting older, good socks matter. These, I bought a pack before we went last time. My dryer eats my socks or something. So I bought a new pack of socks. I'm taking extra socks because why not? But having breathable, sweat wicking socks is just a great idea. I highly recommend it. You can get them for pretty inexpensive. These were $5.50 for a 6-pack at TJ Maxx. Definitely worth getting a pack of good socks to take with you. Another thing that I would say is optional, but is definitely a luxury, bring a pair of slippers to stay at the resort, especially if you're going to have for us, we're going to have kind of a low-key, more of a resort day. So when you're in the room, not something you have to bring, but I think it's a fun extra to bring if you are doing a resort day. A thing I definitely think, even though we didn't need well, I'm not gonna lie, we technically would have needed these last time on our first day there, but we didn't use them because we were just at Disney Springs. Rain ponchos. So I have one for each day at the park For my son, these are in my Like to Know It. You might have to search there. I might relink them though. So rain ponchos, 2 for me, 2 for my fiance. He's only doing 1 park day because he is going golfing. But yes, these I think are such a good thing to just have, because you never know when it's gonna decide to rain, and if it rains, we're still doing the parks. So these are nice and compact. Throw them in your bag. Perfect. Another thing I didn't use but I'm bringing again is this power bank. I got this on clearance for less than what it even says, and it's just a really cute Mickey Mouse one. It holds up to 2 full charges, but this time, since we are flying, I feel like this is going to be a must. Make sure when you get these, they work with whatever phone you have or whatever like electronics you have, but this I think is going to be a must this time. Another thing which I don't have right here, I am filming with one, but I have a smaller one, is going to be a tripod. I considered getting like a little handheld camera for this trip, but we'll see how this goes with filming on my iPhone once again. So I got a little handheld tripod, especially since I'm going with just my son one day, so him and I can take pictures and everything. Or if you're even just like a family of 3 or however many and you want to not bother someone to ask for a picture, a little handheld tripod is great. It just cannot expand out past a certain length, I think, and it has to be able to fit in your bag. The one I have, which I will try and link with a lot of this stuff and my Like to Know It, is like pretty affordable. So there is that. Now, another thing this time we're bringing that we didn't bring last time was swimsuits, but I feel like that's a pretty common thing for people to bring. And another thing is sunscreen. Last time we got super lucky with the weather, and it was beautiful and cloudy. We rarely saw the sun, but it didn't really rain other than our Disney Springs day. But I got this sunscreen because I have rosacea. You can see it on my cheeks. So this is supposed to be pretty good for that. We shall see. My rosacea is currently like clearing up, but hopefully this does not break me out because I have very sensitive skin. But we have that, and then we also have these, which are super easy to just put on, and they're both within traveling in your luggage size, and so is this. So if this ends up working while I'm there and does not break out my face, I will add this to my Like to Know It. If it does, I'm not recommending that product. Right now it's a who knows, but these two are perfect for going in. The next thing that I feel like not enough people talk about is bringing a little lunch bag slash cooler bag. So this is literally, it's a essentials tote, but it's fully insulated and collapsible, which is great. I literally paid $8 for it at Ross. It's Igloo brand. We got this because it's gonna be hot. It's June. One can put the sunscreen in the bag and not have it melt, as well as like if you're like me and are like, we're gonna do a full Disney day, might want to freshen up with some deodorant, can put your deodorant in here. But you can also put ice and bottled water, which is why I got this. We didn't have one big enough. As you can see, like the other ones we have are smaller, and I was like, when the 3 of us go to the parks, we will finish 4 bottles of water instantly. So I was like, this is larger. We could probably fit 5 or 6 bottles of water in this, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. We are going to go, we're either gonna order for delivery or like run to like a Publix or something like that, get bottled water and maybe like a couple little things to have. We're also bringing Liquid IV, which I highly also recommend. Did not bring it in here to show you, but this has like the perfect pouch to put your hydration mixes in it, whatever you prefer. We got some sugar-free Liquid IV because my fiance is doing low carb. But yes, this I cannot recommend enough because you can bring this into the park. You can get a locker, put it in the locker, and then go get water, and then you buy, you know, a pack of water for $4.99, and you're saving money on that. And like, we were gonna get a locker anyways, so it's not like, oh, I got a locker just for this. No, we were gonna get a locker anyways, so there's that. Also, we are bringing the smaller one. My fiance is going golfing 2 of the days, so he's gonna bring the smaller one and put water bottles in there for himself to stay hydrated. So there is that. And then also recommend just buying like these things for your products rather than buying a ton of minis. Obviously, there's certain things that are just better to buy minis of when you're traveling, but those bottles were $1 compared to like these kind of bottles are now like $3, which is crazy. Now the last thing is something I didn't have last time, and I heard about other people buying these. They come in a little box like this, and this 3-pack because there's 3 of us, but these are collapsible straws, and they come with a little cleaner in them. I do have to clean them, so I'm going to leave these out so I can wash them before we go, but they just go right back in this. You can put them on a keychain, or you can just throw these in your bag, which, let me tell you, I'm so excited for these because I hate a paper straw. I also have very sensitive teeth, so when I just drink straight out of a cup with ice, it is very, very cold on my teeth. So these are gonna be great. This 3-pack was like $8 or something like that on Amazon, but totally worth it to have the collapsible straws. I've seen other people bring these, and when I saw that, I said, genius, genius. Save on the paper straws, reuse these straws. Super small and compact, not going to take up any room. You could also, once again, put an extra one in your cooler bag. But yeah, so those are like my must-haves beyond like clothes, comfortable shoes, ears and bag charms, you know, all the regular essentials. These are kind of like maybe some essentials you didn't think about as much when planning for your Disney trip, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!